Today we talked about fraction operations. We took the first problem here and we did it in various ways. We compared them, we added them, subtracted them, and then multiplied them. Okay. Now, by comparing them first, you can actually set yourself up really nicely for adding and subtracting. I'll show you that in just 1 second. And then multiplication is a total different beast by itself. All right. So to compare the fractions, if you went back to Unit 1, you had to first make sure that they had the same denominator. So the LCM of 5 and 10 would be 10. Alright, we have 2 tenths, but we know that 5 times 2 gives us 10. So we need to do 2 times 2, which gives us 4. Over here, we already know it's over 10, so therefore we don't need to change it. So when comparing, we have to figure out which one's bigger, 4 tenths or 9 tenths. We know that 9 tenths is bigger, so therefore 9 tenths is bigger than 2 fifths. With that being said, we're now going to put 9 tenths in the front for all the rest of the problems for right now. Well, for adding and subtracting. Right? So we're going to do 9 tenths plus, and now since we know we're adding 9 tenths plus 2 fifths, we already changed it into its proper fraction, which is 4 tenths. So now they already have the same denominator, so now we just add it straight across. We know that gives us 13 tenths. Remember, you do not add your denominators. But we know that 13 is bigger than 10, so it's improper. So we have to figure out how many times 10 goes into 13. 10 goes into 13 one time, and then we had 3 left over as a remainder, so we put it as 3 tenths. Now moving on to subtraction, we have 9 tenths minus 4 tenths. Alright, we know that 9 tenths minus 4 tenths equals 5 tenths. And in this case, we know that 5 tenths is the same thing as 1/2. If they leave it as 5 tenths, that's okay, but we want to try to get them used to simplifying, which equals 1/2. Alright, multiplication is the different beast. Now we have to go back to the original fractions. So we have 2 fifths times 9 tenths. So in this case, we want to see, is there anything that 2 and 10 have in common, or what they can be divided by? They both can be divided by 2. So 2 divided by 2 equals 1. 10 divided by 2 equals 5. Let's go to the other side. Can something divide 9 and 5? In this case, besides 1, no. So we just leave it the same. So now we do 1 times 9, which gives us 9. 5 times our new number of 5, which gives us 25. Alright, so what we did here, we took one set of fractions and we did all 4 operations that we knew about up until now. The other thing that you want to make sure you're keeping track of is on that homework tonight, you're also going to have word problems. Some of them say, some of them want you to add, how much is there all together. Some of them ask you to compare which one weighs more. Some of them ask you to multiply. You have such amount, and then we know that 1/8 of it is bent. And then the last one they want you to subtract. So make sure you're paying attention to what problem wants you to do which one. Okay.